Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Now, Channel 11 News. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're tracking a chance for thunderstorms in the next few hours. I'm Damani Lewis. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Daniel Dozier is joining us right now to let us know where they're going to hit. There's little pop-up storms all over the place. Huh?
Yes, and I just checked the radar. There's nothing going on right now, but as you mentioned, in the next couple of hours, there's going to be some popcorn-like showers and storms popping up with the heating of the day, and our temperatures are already out there climbing in the mid to upper 70s. It's 75 right now in Pittsburgh, almost 80 already in Washington. One of the cooler spots is Beaver at 73, but check out our dew point right now. Our dew point is 69 degrees. It's in the uncomfortable category, getting close to the oppressive feel, that tropical air. It'll be with us this afternoon. If you're out walking the dog, 2 o'clock temperature will be right around 82 degrees and 80, a little rain-cooled air perhaps moving in on the model data here this afternoon as highs will get into the middle 80s. I am updating my storm tracker maps, and it's going to show you when those showers and storms will be moving through your neighborhood, and I'll bring that to you coming up in just a few minutes. Damani.
Well, developing this noon, a North Hills man is facing charges after police say he exposed himself at the North Park pool. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer is there live now. And Liz, you actually got a chance to speak with the suspect.
Yeah, Damani, we confronted the suspect, and he called this a wardrobe malfunction. But these court documents say that he exposed himself here at the pool, not just this week, but last week as well. Now, the arrest warrant says it was this past Monday when staff called police to the North Park pool, claiming that they recognized a man who had reportedly exposed himself last Thursday, June 27th. When police got to the pool, they learned others had just reported the man for exposing himself again. Police identified him as Christopher Steffi, who allegedly told officers that he was just swimming laps and leaving. Here's what he told us when we confronted him this morning outside his home.
Wardrobe malfunction, but I really shouldn't comment. So let's let the police do their job. Let's do the courts do their job.
And I've reached out to the county spokesperson to see if he'll be banned from the pool as this proceeds through the courts. We are also working to speak with witnesses, did speak with a pool goer, and we're going to have more in a report coming up at 5. Reporting live from the North Park pool, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
All right, very interesting. Thanks so much, Liz. Well, a man from Penn Hills is threatening to chain himself to the fence of the White House. He says he wants to bring attention to the Penn Hills School District. Take a look at this online petition that Phil Vivecchio put together. He's the school board president's son. Vecchio wants the federal government to bail the district out. It's more than $170 million in debt. Now, we told you earlier this week that the state is helping with a bailout plan. Well, fire tore through a home in Westmoreland County, setting off fireworks inside. But as Channel 11's Jennifer Tomazik learned, that was only half the problem.
The smell of smoke is still really strong out here in Derry Township after a fire here at this house on North Ruby Street. And just down the street, even just 100 yards away, is that fire hydrant that caused problems last night during the fire and is still causing problems now. Derry Water Authority crews were testing a new water main to get neighbors' water back on. They haven't had it since a main broke last night. The Derry Borough manager told us that firemen broke the hydrant, and when they opened up another hydrant, the water line was hammered and resulted in a water main break. A neighbor shared this picture of the fire with Channel 11. You can see how the fire is literally eating away at the front porch. It's also pouring out of the side window, and that's where a neighbor told me he kept his garden hose on it until the fire department got there. Our partners at the Trib report that fireworks were going off in the house when it was on fire. Neighbors told me they heard them. They say at least 3 kids and 3 adults were inside, and they all got out, thankfully. But it was an intense fire, and a firefighter ended up in the hospital for heat exhaustion. You can see how much damage there is to the house, and the boards there already up on the windows and the doors. It's a duplex, but neighbors tell me people were only living on one side. The owner told me that he is waiting on his insurance company to see what's next. State Police Fire Marshal out of Greensburg is the one that's investigating the actual cause of this fire here on North Ruby Street. As soon as we learn anything, we'll pass it along. Reporting in Derry Township, Jennifer Tomazik, Channel 11 News.
Pittsburgh police need your help finding a missing man. Take a good look at your screen right here. This is Michael Johnson. He's 26 years old, about 5'11", and weighs 160 pounds. He was last seen last night wearing a dark green shirt and black pants in the Hazelwood Browns Hill Road area. He may be headed toward Homestead's waterfront. Johnson is in need of medical attention. Definitely call police if you have any information on where he may be. Well, Channel 11 is working to learn more about this crash on Route 28. Take a good look here. We told you as breaking news this morning, state police confirm this is the end of a police chase. Now, you can see several police cruisers on the side of the road there. State police say the chase started in Fraser Township and ended with this crash. And we're also working to learn more about a crash on the 31st Street Bridge. It happened about 1 o'clock this morning. Now, there was only one car involved, and it's not clear right now what caused the crash. Thankfully, no one was taken to the hospital. Pittsburgh police are investigating a chilling shooting scene. It happened in the middle of the day yesterday in Spring Hill. Police say a man was found shot in the head inside an apartment building on Rhine Street. At last check, he was in critical condition. Well, a lawsuit filed today goes after gun makers and dealers for the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Carrie Parsons was among the 58 people killed in the Las Vegas shooting in 2017. Her parents sued the gun maker Colt and 10 other gun and gun accessory manufacturers. Her parents also sued gun shops. They say marketed modified AR-15 style guns that use bump stocks. Well, a new government report calls the situation along the U.S.-Mexico border a ticking time bomb. Pictures of overcrowded detention centers are fueling protests at congressional offices. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is in El Paso, Texas, with the latest.
These newly released images are offering the clearest picture yet of what a government watchdog describes as dangerous overcrowding at migrant detention facilities. The report from the Department of Homeland Security's Office of Inspector General reveals one senior manager called the situation a ticking time bomb. Government investigators toured several Border Patrol stations in Texas's Rio Grande Valley last month. In this photo, inspectors say 82 men were crammed in a cell with a capacity of just 41. One migrant held up a sign with the word help, writing he'd been in custody for 40 days. The report says that these facilities, children had limited access to a change of clothes, and 2 facilities had not provided children access to hot meals. Investigators were concerned that overcrowding and prolonged detention represent an immediate risk to the health and safety of DHS agents and officers and to those detained.
Everyone deserves due process.
Across the country, from South Florida to New Mexico to California, protests under the hashtag Close the Camps, demanding migrant detention centers be shut down.
This is a horrific situation. No child should be treated and held in a facility for this period of time.
Federal authorities have repeatedly said they're facing an unprecedented surge of migrants.
We're burning the candle at both ends to try to reduce that backlog while continuing to support our partners at the border and processing fairly all the migrants who are coming to the border.
It's super troubling.
In El Paso, Dr. Lisa Ayub Rodriguez has treated migrant children after they were released.
Children should not be in a place where they don't have access to their basic human needs.
On Capitol Hill, House Democrats are now planning an oversight hearing on migrant detention for next week. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, El Paso, Texas.
Immigration officials want to find an undocumented immigrant who is trying to avoid deportation. She has been taking sanctuary at a church in Columbus, Ohio since 2017, but her attorneys say she just got an alert about a fine from ICE. She apparently has 30 days to pay $500,000 or prove why she shouldn't. Well, a big police response overnight in Youngstown, Ohio. Someone called in 2 bomb threats to phantom fireworks. Police say the threats came in just hours after President Donald Trump tweeted his appreciation to Phantom Fireworks CEO Bruce Zoldan. Zoldan donated $750,000 worth of fireworks for Washington's 4th of July celebration. Zoldan said a bomb squad and K-9 units searched the entire premises, and so far nothing has been found at the site. The celebration will also feature tanks. Now check it out, and you can see some of them have already made their way to the Capitol. The event will also include fighter jets and other armored vehicles. Well, the 2020 census is being printed without a controversial question. Channel 11's Jacqueline Fell is in Washington, D.C. with the president's reaction.
The 2020 census will not ask about citizenship. The president tweeting last night that it was a, quote, very sad time for America. The Department of Justice confirming it has dropped plans to add the controversial question, giving the okay for the government to begin printing the 2020 census. The Supreme Court ruled last week that the rationale behind why the Trump administration wanted to add the question was, quote, contrived. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said he respects the court's decision, but strongly disagrees. The decision to not include the question was a win for civil rights groups who said it would lead to an inaccurate count of immigrant communities. The Supreme Court did leave open the chance for the Trump administration to try a different rationale for reinstating the question in a future census. In Washington, Jacqueline Feld, Channel 11 News.
We are expecting to learn today if an Alabama woman will face charges in the death of her unborn baby. Marsha Jones was charged with manslaughter last week. She was 5 months pregnant when another woman shot her in the stomach. A grand jury determined Jones started the fight, and that's what led to the shooting. The district attorney will now decide if the charges should move forward or be dropped. Iran's president is sending out a warning. He says they will take the next step in increasing the uranium enrichment by the end of the week. Now, this comes as tensions with the U.S. continue. President Donald Trump pulled the U.S. from Iran's nuclear deal last year, and we'll keep following this and let you know what happens. Well, a new scam with an international flair. The threats police say you need to be on the lookout for. And firefighters deal with emergencies every day. Sometimes they don't include flames. How a local department answered the call and saved a baby's life.
And Mother Nature's bringing her own fireworks again this afternoon. I'm going to walk you through when you're going to need your umbrella and my forecast coming up.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life.
Whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
A baby born premature and not breathing inside a Butler home. Channel 11's Amy Marcinkowitz learned how firefighters helped the baby take its first breath.
I said, come on, honey. At first I wasn't even sure what the gender was, but I asked Mom and she said it was a girl. I was like, come on, honey. I said, help me out.
Jim Reeder, a Butler firefighter, EMT, and father of 2 boys, is being credited for saving a newborn baby girl's life Monday afternoon. Born at home along American Avenue, the baby's father called 911 saying the child was not breathing.
After trying to stimulate the chest and the back, after suctioning the airway out, did start compressions because we didn't have any results from that. So after a few compressions, the baby took one big gasp, which was a real big relief.
Lieutenant Don Crawford was right behind Reeder. Knowing there was a baby in distress, he came with reinforcements.
We come in with the EMS crew being there and just pitch in. It's our game time. We train for this, so we do our best to do what we need to do in that time.
It was a full house.
Yes, it was a very full house.
Both men not only firefighters. Reeder is an EMT, Crawford a nurse and paramedic. They say their training kicked in, saving this baby's life. Took only 5 minutes, but the call will be with them for a lifetime.
There was a big team effort between all the fire department members as well as 2 ambulances and the police as well, so we had help from everybody.
Well, that was Amy Marcinkowitz reporting, and we're told Mom and baby are doing just fine. Well, it's one of the best places to see Pittsburgh's 4th of July fireworks show, but Mount Washington is getting ready for some rehab work on its sidewalks. So what does that mean for tomorrow night? Well, some of the sidewalk is blocked off, but barricades are up along Grandview, so you still have a place to walk.
People can stand here between the railing and the closed sidewalk, and they can still watch. You have the same viewing platform. You have right here 5 less parking spaces.
And the city told us they checked out the overlooks and they're in good shape for tomorrow. And of course, you can watch Pittsburgh's fireworks live right here on Channel 11. Anchors Lisa Sylvester and Catherine Amenta will bring you the WPXI 4th of July show featuring the Flashes of Freedom fireworks. Starts at 9 o'clock. You can also watch on any of our streaming apps. Should be a great show. Well, there's a new law that will protect regional DUI checkpoints. It lets small police departments work with other agencies for DUI checkpoints. It comes just weeks after a state Supreme Court ruled officers would have to get approval before working in another jurisdiction. Other limitations on when and where police can conduct DUI checkpoints still exist. Turns out you can blame new car technology for higher gas prices. Listen to this one. Industry insiders say the popularity of fuel-efficient and electric cars is driving prices up because people are spending less on gas. On Monday, we told you when 14 states raised gas taxes, including Ohio. Well, the extra tax money will help make up the difference and will be used on road and bridge repairs. Well, the U.S. women's soccer team will find out today who they will face in the World Cup final. They defeated England yesterday to secure their spots. The Americans will face the winner of today's semifinal between the Netherlands and Sweden. The American team is defending champs, having won it all in 2015. This year's final is on Sunday. And, of course, this is something you definitely need to know, especially going into the 4th of July holiday. Check your refrigerator. Several kinds of packaged vegetables are being recalled because of listeria. This includes butternut squash, cauliflower, zucchini, and vegetable bowls from Green Giant, Trader Joe's, and Signature Farms. They are all manufactured by Growers Express and were distributed to 4 states, including Pennsylvania. Now, we have all the product information for you right on our website at WPXI.com. Well, a portion of Rochester Road and Franklin Park is closed for landslide repairs. Check it out here. Work is set to begin on Monday and won't wrap up until late August. Traffic will be detoured onto Wexford Bain Road and Nicholson Road. Well, the state is helping keep your family safe when you're out in the sun. The Department of Health is expanding its free sunscreen program. It's great news. SPF 30 sunscreen will be available at 9 state parks and counties with high incidence of melanoma, and that includes Somerset and Erie counties. The Health Department's Cancer Fund is paying for the cost.
Your severe winter Team 11 forecast.
Always important to wear sunscreen, whether you have cloud cover or full-on sunshine. And out there today, we do have a mostly cloudy sky. We have been seeing a few breaks here and there, but it looks like the cloud cover becoming a little more thick. Take a look at our visible satellite. You see those clouds right there in the last scan coming over top of the Pittsburgh area. Some of us, again, seeing a few breaks. Let's wait for it as it goes up toward 12:15 right through here. Southern County seeing a little bit of a break there. Temperatures this afternoon, though, still going up into the mid-80s despite a little cloud cover. So we're in for a warm day. It's going to be humid, and those showers and storms will be developing. That map is just around the corner. Our heat index forecast for today, temperatures will be feeling like the middle to upper 80s as we head through the afternoon. And by 4 or 5 o'clock or so, we'll be pushing that 90-degree mark as far as the heat index goes in many locations once again today. Speaking of 90 degrees, this is a look at 90-degree heat days. We've had one so far this year. That was yesterday, by the way. It reached 90 degrees officially in Pittsburgh for the first time this year. And, of course, that is the hottest. You can see last year at this point, we had already had 5. The average is 9 for the year in Pittsburgh. Here's Storm Tracker at 2:30 this afternoon. Showers, a few thunderstorms overhead and across the rest of the area dealing with that threat. They may even pop up as soon as about 1 to 2 o'clock here today. Here's 4 o'clock, scattered showers, a few thunderstorms. That's 6 o'clock. So this model gives you an idea of the timing of the showers and thunderstorms. And I wouldn't pay too close attention to the exact location because with this summertime heat, these storms could really just pop up anywhere across the area. And the threat will continue into this evening. And once we lose the heating of the day, those storm threats will go away. We're still looking today at the threats for damaging winds, even some hail, and the strongest and the flash flooding threat, of course, increases each day we go forward because of the saturated soils we have out there. We'll be monitoring that as well. Overnight tonight, 68 degrees. Those thunderstorms early, followed by temperatures tomorrow right around 86 degrees for your July 4th. Here's a look at my 5-day forecast. Up to 88 Friday, and your weekend is always in view. Temperatures will be in the low to middle 80s. We look to finally break that weather pattern a little bit. A little less scattered activity forecast on Sunday, Damani. Lows this week are going to be near 70 degrees, upper 60, so really warm and humid feel to the air. And coming up in this next half hour, I've got to look here not only at the heat index forecast for the next couple of days, but also I'm going to be tracking the hour-by-hour rain and storm threat for your July 4th plans. You want to stick around for that coming up, Damani.
All right, Danielle, thanks a lot. And be sure to check out the WPXI streaming app. We'll have constant updates on the forecast and today's top stories. And you can find it now on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Just search WPXI. A woman and her daughter missing for more than 30 years. Why her family thinks this ring could help solve their mysterious disappearance. A pilot has to land his plane in the middle of the desert, and it's all caught on tape. The reason he wanted this rough ride recorded.
11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Washington County.
A couple out for a flight had to make an emergency landing in the middle of the desert. Check this out here. Fire officials in California released video Monday of the small plane making an emergency landing in the middle of the Mojave Desert. The pilot was out with his wife when the engine stalled. He knew he had to bring the plane down, and he told her to start recording to keep her occupied.
I said, you know, the engine's going to quit and we're not going to have a choice. And she said, when? And I said, you know, immediately, like 30 seconds from now. And
wow. Well, luckily for the couple, other pilots spotted them on the ground and gave their location to the local fire department. Well, here's a problem we can all relate to: sinkholes. This crater is in Colorado. Check it out here. It formed after heavy rain caused the 78-inch pipe to collapse. And this isn't the first time the pipe has caused problems. A sinkhole in the same spot swallowed up a vehicle in last July, and in 2015, a police SUV fell into a sinkhole in the same area. Well, Florida is giving people permission to hunt iguanas. That's right. The green lizards have been in the Sunshine State for decades, but their population has just exploded recently. State officials say iguanas cause erosion along riverbanks and even building foundations. They can also carry salmonella. Well, a popular 4th of July celebration in jeopardy. Why some are worried protesters could bring the festivities to a halt in Cannonsburg.
Well, we know it's going to be warm and hot the next couple of days, but what about those heat index values? I'm going to show you where they're going to be pushing 90 degrees coming up.
Our weather can change in an instant. Depend on Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper and Severe Weather Team 11, the most experienced forecasters, using the most powerful tools to keep you ahead of every twist and turn.
Rain coming in during the morning commute.
Without the hype, just the information you need to know. Real, clear, accurate, to help you plan your commute and your weekend. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper and Severe Weather Team 11. That's coverage. Seven-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Welcome Welcome back. Channel 11 is tracking the threat for storms this afternoon, but it's also going to be hot out there. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is joining us now, and Danielle is actually going to feel hotter than it actually is.
Yeah, that's because of that high humidity, Damani, and even despite the cloud cover today, those temperatures are going to be going back up into the 80s this afternoon. Take a look at the heat forecast, the index that is for tomorrow, because it's going to be another hot and steamy day as we all have those July 4th plans. So those temperatures, as they climb into the mid-80s, you factor in high humidity, it's going to feel like double eights already by 2 o'clock. Here's the rest of the area to give you an idea. Right around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 92 degrees, the forecast heat index in Washington. And keep in mind, you're seeing some 70s and 80s. That's because the model data is also factoring in some perhaps rain-cooled air or storms. But we do look to have those heat index values in the lower 90s tomorrow for your outdoor plans, Damani. So definitely a day where you got to stay hydrated and wear that sunscreen, of course, too. When I see you back here in just a few minutes, I'm going to time out your July 4th forecast and those storm threats as well.
All right, check this out here. Chairs, well, they are already lining this street in Canonsburg, but a protest could disrupt tomorrow's 4th of July celebration. It's got police taking extra precautions out there, and Channel 11's Kara Sapina explains why protesters are targeting this parade.
Do you want the parade to go on, or do you want to stop the parade?
We want to get our voices heard, and that's our prime objective.
As Canonsburg prepares for their annual 4th of July parade, one of the largest in the country, with chairs already lining the street, a protest is also being organized with the hashtag No Justice, No Peace. What is your plan specifically? A lot of people are concerned that there will be violence here.
No violence from the protesters. This is about our 6th or 7th demonstration, all of which have been peaceful.
Trey Willis tells Channel 11 his group has been getting threats of their own since announcing the protest that Willis said could see anywhere from 100 to 200 protesters.
I desperately want you to know we are not here to bring violence. We are not here to bring division. We are just standing for a demographic in this community that feels unrepresented by our local district attorney's office.
We do not operate that way in Washington County. The law, the evidence, and the facts are what we consider, not somebody's race, their gender, sexual preference.
District Attorney Gene Vitone tells Channel 11 he believes the protest organizer has a personal vendetta after he was charged with attempted homicide and recently finished a sentence for aggravated assault. Willis says he's a changed man and does not promote violence.
I just think it's the wrong time and place. The parade's mostly for the kids. There's going to be a ton of kids down here, all excited.
4th of July parade, it's lifetime here in Canonsburg. It's really big thing. Everybody's looking forward to it. To have some type of interference like that, I don't think that's appropriate.
Kara Sapina, Channel 11 News.
Well, new at noon, a former North Huntington doctor is competent to stand trial in connection with the overdose deaths of 2 patients. Michael Torres is charged with drug delivery resulting in death in the overdose of Heather Derwin and Glenn Morgan in 2016. Torres' attorney says his client plans to plead guilty next week. And crews are working through the night to put out a fire at the Jim Beam Bourbon facility in Kentucky. You see the damage here. The fire broke out late last night. Authorities said that one of the buildings where bourbon is stored caught fire and spread to a nearby structure. Officials say the fire may have been sparked by a lightning strike, but that hasn't been confirmed. Well, new details about the Pittsburgh firefighter accused of pinning a child down at a playground in Greenfield. Now, we've learned that Thomas Dandria is facing charges. Channel 11 told you that Dandria said that he saw the boy vandalizing an old construction truck. So police say he took matters into his own hands. The boy went to the hospital with minor injuries. A man known as Jimmy the Knife is facing new charges in Butler County. According to Butler Radio, James Tiani pulled a knife on a couple while they were standing on West Jefferson Street. Well, this is not the first time he's been charged with wielding a knife. Channel 11 told you last month Tiani threatened a man with a pocket knife for allegedly getting him evicted. Well, right now, police need to find a man after a bank robbery in downtown Pittsburgh. Police say they already arrested one guy for giving a teller a note at the PNC branch on 5th Avenue demanding cash. But now they need to find another man. They're not sure what role he may have played, but they want to talk to him. And just last week, police say this man on your screen robbed the Dollar Bank on Smithfield Street in the middle of the day. The officers are still looking for him. Well, a cold case clue. This ring could help police crack the case of a woman and her daughter who have been missing for more than 30 years. Janet Shungley disappeared in Somerset County in 1995. Channel 11's Melanie Marcelco spoke with her family about this big break.
Her birthday is July 28th. She would have been 70.
It's been 34 years since they've last seen their sister Janet.
She was my big sister, and she stuck up for me all the time. You know, she defended me. We were very close.
Janet Shungley and her 10-year-old daughter Marissa were staying at what used to be the Coleman Motel right off of the Turnpike here in Somerset. June 30th, 1985, the two walked out of hotel room 19 and were never heard from or seen again.
In the beginning, I thought of her probably 24 hours a day, and I had to kind of let that go because I had 2 children. Not knowing of how, where, why, and when is tremendous.
Recently, Janet's junior high ring from Penn Joint Middle School turned up. Her family is hoping this ring may help turn over a new leaf to try and get closure they've been waiting for decades.
When they were able to identify that Janet Marie Palumbo became Janet Marie Shungley, who had disappeared, they thought that this ring could be something of value to law enforcement.
I know this was years and years and years ago, but there may be someone out there still who knows something. Please, we beg you, come forward and help us out. We want to find our sister.
Melanie Marcelco, Channel 11 News.
A warning from Beaver County Fire Department. Someone has been going door to door offering Italian lessons at the local fire hall. Problem is, it's all a scam, folks. Officials think this is just a ploy to get folks out of their house, possibly to rob them.
They had something in mind or they wouldn't have done it. It's just figuring out what they were after.
Fire officials are reminding people to keep their doors locked, and if any legitimate person is going door to door, they need a permit. Police also want you to call them if someone tries to offer you lessons. A crime impacting Pittsburgh parks this 4th of July. Someone stole thousands of dollars in equipment from Parks and Rec. The break-ins happened at the City of Pittsburgh Public Works Chinley Division along the Parkway East. Well, this was over the course of 3 separate days. The Public Works Director told Target 11 the thief or thieves took lawnmowers, blowers, and weed eaters, and all of this equipment is used to maintain Chinley Park, a popular spot for walkers and bikers there who were surprised to hear about the burglaries.
Shame it's here for people to enjoy and something like that happens. I thought that there was security.
Right now, so far, police don't have any suspects in this case. Well, developments in the Strip District continues. The latest project that could bring a lot of jobs to the area. And how a fight over an airplane subsidies could lead to higher prices at the grocery store.
Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
More development is planned for the Strip District. Developer Norfoss is looking to build a $250,000 square foot office space. Now, according to the zoning board proposal, the building would stretch across a whole block of Smallman between 31st and 32nd Streets. The 7-story office complex would focus on technology and innovation.
It'd be great to have a really nice structure. Plus, coming off the 31st Street Bridge, that'd be the first thing people see if it's the first time into the city.
Well, developers still need to get the green light from city officials on the number of levels, including parking, to the height of the building. Well, this is just the latest development project for the Strip. Work is already underway at the old produce terminal, and the Brickworks redevelopment will turn the old brick factory into an office building. Well, Congress is supporting plans for a September 11th National Memorial Trail. Right now, there are bills in the House and Senate that recognize the trail and this, quote, important trail all individuals should enjoy in honor of the heroes of September 11th. End quote. The 1,300-mile-long trail would link the crash sites in Shanksville, New York City, and Arlington, Virginia. There is no funding attached to the bills. Well, medical bills are high enough, but there are some you might not even know you're paying. We'll tell you who's getting those hidden fees.
Well, a lot of us have those outdoor plans tomorrow, so I'm going to go over the timing of the rain and the storms that are expected to come on Thursday, coming up next.
WPXI Now. When a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now. Always on when you want the latest on...
Show every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
Only Channel 11 Morning News brings you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh tracks storms down to your neighborhood, and Tricia Pittman helps you get around backups. Check out the difference on Channel 11 Morning News.
Well, you expect to pay when you visit the doctor, but you may be paying someone else at the same time. Our consumer expert Clark Howard uncovers these unexpected fees.
Big hospital systems around the country are buying up individual doctor practices. And when the doctors come under that hospital, their fee schedule goes up, up, and up. But now Consumer Reports has a warning about a new practice. You go see your doctor wherever his or her office is, And the hospital they now work for may add a charge for a facilities fee, even though you never step anywhere near that hospital. It's an ugly bill shock that your own insurance won't cover. If you find out that your doctor has ended up selling his or her practice to a major hospital system, you've got to know before you go the next time, are you going to get hit with one of these facility fee charges? If you are, I hate to say it, but you probably need to switch doctors unless you've got a really fat checking account balance. I'm Clark Howard.
Thanks a lot, Clark, and you can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Well, it's no secret that college costs are just skyrocketing. In fact, the majority of Americans now believe the value of a college education is tied to whether they have to go into debt to pay for it. According to a new survey, about 60% of people said college is worth the money, but not if it means taking on too much debt. Another 20% believe college is worth the price, even if it means having to borrow the money. Well, and 18% said it is not worth it at all. Well, the U.S. is threatening the European Union with new tariffs over an aerospace dispute. But the companies that would see the largest impact are specialty food retailers. Now, here's what's going on here. U.S. claims the EU has given illegal subsidies to airplane maker Airbus. U.S. officials say this gives them an advantage over American companies, namely Boeing. So in April, the U.S. released the list of imported foods that could be taxed if the EU doesn't stop helping Airbus.
Feta cheeses, Parmigiano Reggiano, imported Gouda, imported Asiago, any fine cheese that you buy, and these are not just at Whole Foods.
The French, Italian, and Greek companies are most at risk here, although according to a major U.S. importer, the impact would be felt across the food industry. The World Trade Organization is expected to weigh in on the situation this summer.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Hope you're having a good afternoon. Here's Storm Tracker, Doppler 11 radar. That sweep is going around, ready to track more rain. Nothing out there just yet. It'll be, a little bit of time before we start to see those storms pop. Model data has been showing about 1 to 2. Here's Storm Tracker, Doppler 11 radar, and our local storm reports. And this is actually coming in over the last 24 hours. So you're taking a look at all the icons, which are damaging wind reports. Had a lot of trees down, some power lines down in spots because of the storms. What we are looking at today is a moderate weather risk for, once again, those heavy downpours. And each day that goes on this week, the flash flood threat will continue to increase, because, of course, we have saturated soils now. We've had rain for a while. So we're looking at that threat. Also damaging wind gusts in the strongest, and perhaps even some small hail, especially in areas where we see some sunshine today. We do have a mostly cloudy sky across part of the region, but still looking at that threat for thunderstorms. This is a look at 3 o'clock. Showers and storms moving across the area. Here's a look at 4:30. Much like the last couple of days, these are going to be somewhat slow moving, and you could see a repeated round of storms, which again would lead to that localized flooding threat. Here's a look at 6:30. If you have any outdoor plans, of course, you're going to want to be weather aware, and of course have your umbrella with you as well. As we lose the heating of the day, those rain and storm chances go away with nothing to fuel them overnight tonight. So Thursday morning's looking dry. But look at this. We go into the afternoon. We're talking right around noon and after. Showers and storms will once again develop. And it is an important day because a lot of us are going to be grilling out. We're going to be doing a lot of outdoor activities. So here's 4:30 in the afternoon. Areas of yellow and orange showing up. Here's 7. And we're going to keep our fingers crossed that with the lack of daytime heating and no trigger into the evening and nighttime hours, that those storms dissipate by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Can't guarantee it, but we're going to hope that that happens. The model data kind of checking in with that theory. So we'll keep you posted. Overnight tonight, upper 60s. It's going to be another mild, humid one for us. Independence Day forecast, 81 at noon, 86 at 4 o'clock, 84 through the evening. And tomorrow elsewhere, about 85 in Beaver, 84 in Indiana, and 84 in Greensburg. Again, the heat index values will be up around 90. 90 degrees when you factor in the humidity. Our flashes of freedom evening forecast, if you're heading out, 82 at 9, 81 through 10 and 11. And again, as I mentioned the last couple of days, keep in mind the visibility may be reduced a little bit only because of the fireworks and the smoke and then the high humidity and the light winds. So that may actually keep the air quality, I guess, kind of stagnant around the downtown area. Here's a look at my 5-day forecast. 88 Friday. Your weekend is always in view. Looks like we try to break the weather pattern by Sunday. Looks like we do start to dry things out with just a isolated storm chance. Money.
All right, Danielle, thanks a lot. Well, you're never too old to fall in love. That's the lesson an Ohio couple wants the world to hear.
And traffic, updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Well, true love never grows old. That's the case for a pair of newlyweds living in Ohio. Listen to this. John and Phyllis Cook met at this assisted living facility near Toledo. They started dating about a year ago. John is a World War II veteran who recently turned 100. Phyllis is about 103. Well, their relationship blossomed over the past months, and as a devout Christian woman, Phyllis decided it was best to tie the knot.
Tell you the truth, we fell in love with each other. Now, I know you think that may be a little bit far-fetched for somebody our age, but we fell in love with each other.
Oh, congratulations to them. The couple decided to keep their separate apartments, though, instead of moving into together. Well, a very special campaign is underway in Leechburg. They'd love for you to write letters to make cards for our troops and first responders. It's called Operation Gratitude and could be a great activity for the kids over the 4th of July weekend. Now, our partners at the trip say that they did this last year as well, and they got about 50 notes, and we're posting information about where you can send those right on our website at WPXI.com. Well, that's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5. Have a great day.
Watch David Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11.